But joining us on the program right now, Matt DeGale, NRA ILA's Wyoming and Arizona State Liaison. Matt, good evening, sir.
Cam, how are you? Surviving the snow right now?
So far, so good. Your colleague at NRA ILA, John Frazier, is lights out right now. No power for Mr. Frazier, but we're okay. Knock on wood.
That's lucky. I've heard quite a few people have lost power.
Yeah, about 300,000 in the D.C. area. So kind of, they were telling us about it for days, but guess it took some folks by surprise. But I'm glad you can be with us tonight. It sounds like there's a lot going on in the states where you are a state liaison.
Well, Cam, I like to keep myself busy, I guess.
Let's start with Wyoming because this is big news. Constitutional carry has passed the Wyoming Senate by a vote of 20-10. Matt, that's big.
Yeah. It seems like people are interested in what we're selling these days.
That's great to hear. Because was this bill offered last year, Matt, in Wyoming?
Yeah, there's been a couple of different versions over the years, and the net effect has always been the same, which is to remove the requirement of the permit. So in that regard, Representative Lorraine Korberg has actually offered a similar bill for the last few years, but this is the first year that such a simple approach has been taken. But again, same net effect, which is it removes the requirement for the permit.
Okay, so when we talk about constitutional carry, some folks may be unaware of this, but they probably need to learn the language because it may be coming to a state near them very soon. Constitutional carry is, in essence, permitless carry. Now, the right to carry process doesn't go away because there are you want to have reciprocity with other states, but if you are a Wyoming resident who never leaves the state, you are a legal gun owner. You don't have anything to worry about whether you're carrying openly or concealed, right?
Right, and the nickname. Who knows how these things develop? But it's generally kind of a reinstatement of what we all know as a constitutional right.
Mm-hmm.
That you can buy a gun and you can own a gun, then you should be able to carry a gun without asking the government for permission.
And again, you've got this has been the law for decades in Vermont. And then Alaska has added constitutional carry within the last couple of years. Arizona's added constitutional carry. Utah is examining constitutional carry this year, as is Iowa and Wisconsin, I believe. I mean, so this is really a growing movement.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running it in all of my states, and several other people are as well. And it's frankly just the right thing to do. So I'm glad that people are finally becoming receptive to the idea.
Well, again, I mean, 2010 in the Senate, that's a fantastic vote. So this moves over now to the House side. Have any hearings been scheduled, Matt?
No, in Wyoming, because it's such a fast session, the way that they do it is they hear all of their own bills first, and then they switch over. So the House will continue hearing only House bills for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then it'll be scheduled for committee. And, at that point, from the day it gets scheduled to committee, there'll be a day or two. It'll be heard in committee, and then it'll be a couple more days. You got your cow, maybe another day, and then you're on the floor. So it'll all move pretty quick once it gets scheduled over in the House.
All right. Now, what about in Arizona? What are some of the legislative priorities this year in Arizona, Matt?
Well, we're working on a pretty comprehensive self-defense update bill, enhancing the castle doctrine, clarifying reasonable circumstance for self-defense outside the home. We're running a bill addressing a lot of issues with problems with firearm storage. If you go to a government building in Arizona, a lot of times they'll post a sign that says no firearms, but then they have to offer firearm storage. And quite often you'll find that government buildings around the state are not in compliance. So we're going to put that to bed once and for all and really nail down that law so that you can reasonably store your firearm when you go to a government building.
Oh, good.
Still got campus carry on the books down there, but right now it's just not a number one priority for us. And then we're going to be running the NICS improvement mental health bill that's been run in about 10 states now. We're going to do that down in Arizona this year as well.
All right. Well, it sounds like you are going to be a busy guy. Now, are you the NRA ILA Utah State Liaison as well, Matt?
No, that's Brian Judy.
Brian Judy.
I do Idaho also, and I'm running the constitutional carry in Idaho as well this year.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes out of your very busy schedule to talk to us tonight, Matt.
No, it's my pleasure. I've been on the road for the last 3 weeks, and with this snowstorm, I probably won't be coming home for another couple of days.
Well, listen, stay warm out there, and we look forward to talking to you very soon when you've got legislative updates in any of the states that you're covering this year.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be chatting again sometime soon.
I think you're right. Matt, thanks again, sir. Glad you could be with us this evening.
Absolutely, Cam. Take care.
You too, sir. Matt DeGale, NRA ILA's Wyoming and Arizona State Liaison.